Now to breaking news. Israel and Hezbollah have agreed to a U.S.-brokered ceasefire in Lebanon after more than a year of fighting. President Joe Biden outlined the deal from the White House, which took effect early this morning, local time.
A ceasefire is in place in Lebanon. It brings to an end 14 months of conflict between Hezbollah and Israel. U.S. President Joe Biden confirmed the agreement on Tuesday, calling it a permanent cessation of hostilities.
Thousands of displaced Lebanese residents heading back to the south as Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire begins, and hopes rise of a permanent end to Israeli attacks on the country. It's a rare win for diplomacy in a region hit by two devastating wars in just over a year.
I spoke with the Prime Minister of Israel and Lebanon. I'm pleased to announce that their governments have accepted the United States proposal to end the devastating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. I want to thank President Macron of France for his partnership in reaching this moment. For nearly 14 months, a deadly conflict raged across the border that separates Israel and Lebanon. A conflict that began the day after the October 7 attack by Hamas on Israel. Hours later, at 2 a.m. in the morning, Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations backed by Iran attacked Israel in support of Hamas. The Lebanese-Israeli border will end. This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities. Let's be clear. Israel did not launch this war. The Lebanese people did not seek that war either, nor did the United States.
But tonight, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warned that Israel reserved the right to respond should Hezbollah fail to abide by the terms set down in the agreement.
So why go into a ceasefire now? There are three main reasons. The first, focusing on the Iranian threat. And I don't want to expand on that. The second, to allow our forces to refresh and to also allow our resources to be replenished. It is no secret that there have been some delays in the supply of ammunition and arms, and this delay is going to be removed. We're going to have advanced weapons, and that will save the lives of our soldiers, and it will give us great force to complete our missions. Another third reason for the ceasefire is to disconnect the two arenas and isolate Hamas. Since the second day of the war, Hamas relied on Hezbollah to fight alongside it. But with Hezbollah out of the picture, Hamas will be left on its own.
Iranian official welcomes ceasefire, praises Hezbollah's fight. We welcome the ceasefire in Lebanon. After the oppression and criminal bombings by the Zionist regime, tonight the people are experiencing peace, says Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, Iran's parliament speaker. Ghalibaf praised Hezbollah fighters, saying that they never allowed even an inch of their land to fall into enemy hands. We hope this peace will also be established in Gaza. However, the claim by the criminal Netanyahu that his focus is on Iran is nonsense, he also said. When the war in Lebanon began, and they martyred Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah and committed the Paygur massacre along with so many other crimes, they thought Hezbollah had been weakened. During my trip to Beirut, amidst the smoke, fire, and the immense pressure on the people, I saw courage and patience among them. I saw that Hezbollah was more alive than ever, the parliament speaker added. The official also said that Iran still plans to respond to Israel's October 26th attack on Iranian military targets. A fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, the Iran-backed militant group, officially took effect early Wednesday, marking a rare diplomatic breakthrough in a region plagued by conflict. The truce, brokered by the United States and France, offers a glimmer of peace for communities devastated by over a year of relentless violence along the Israeli-Lebanese border. Lebanon's army has begun preparations to deploy troops to the southern region to ensure the ceasefire holds. However, officials have urged residents of border villages to delay returning home until Israeli forces complete their withdrawal from Lebanese territory, a process expected to take up to 60 days. A diplomatic milestone amid regional turmoil. The agreement represents a significant diplomatic victory for U.S. President Joe Biden in the final stretch of his administration. Speaking from the White House on Tuesday, Biden emphasized the importance of the ceasefire, describing it as a permanent cessation of hostilities. This truce is designed to prevent Hezbollah and other militant groups from threatening Israel's security, Biden said. He confirmed that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati had endorsed the deal, with both leaders expressing cautious optimism. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot echoed Biden's sentiments, urging for a similar resolution in Gaza. Dialogue and negotiation must prevail. What has been achieved in Lebanon should inspire efforts in Gaza, Barrot told France Info Radio. Scenes of uncertainty and hope. In the hours following the ceasefire, bursts of gunfire echoed across Beirut, prompting confusion about whether the shots were celebratory or warnings. Meanwhile, the southern port city of Tyre witnessed a steady stream of vehicles carrying families eager to return to their homes, many of which were reduced to rubble during the conflict. One returning resident, Hussam Marut, expressed both hope and caution. Displaced from Beirut's southern suburbs, he longed to return to his ancestral village of Maez al-Jabal, but decided to wait for the Lebanese army's clearance. The Israelis haven't fully withdrawn. Once the army gives the green light, we'll head home immediately, he said. Hezbollah's stance and regional implications. Though Hezbollah has not issued a formal statement on the ceasefire, senior official Hassan Fadlallah indicated the group's resilience. Thousands will join the resistance. Disarming Hezbollah remains an unfulfilled Israeli goal, Fadlallah said on Al Jadid TV. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu highlighted the military's achievements during the conflict, claiming significant damage to Hezbollah's infrastructure. We have set Hezbollah back decades, eliminated key leaders, destroyed missile stockpiles, and neutralized thousands of fighters, Netanyahu stated. International oversight and future challenges. A joint mechanism involving the U.S., France, and the UNIFIL peacekeeping force will monitor the ceasefire, while U.S. combat forces will not be deployed. The international community remains committed to ensuring long-term stability in southern Lebanon.